So, without further ado, I want to set this song up like you've never known that this is the song we're about to do. This song was written in 1970 and by a gentleman that we're very fond of in the family. We love him. And he was, can you believe it, this year is 50 years since the Hinsons started. 50 years. They started December of 1967. And in that time, you see, Ronnie loved quartets. He kind of liked the Stamps, and he liked, Blackwoods and Statesmen and things like that. And he liked that style, and you could kind of tell he was a shape note style singer. And then Yvonne was a very big Rambo fan, and she liked kind of that style. She wore kind of hair like Dottie and Reba did, and then Larry was a Happy Goodman fan to the core. I mean, anything they got, put out, he had it. And if you ever have Larry Hinson and see him in anything, you have to ask him to do all the impersonations of all the Goodmans. And he can get up and do Rusty and Sam and Howard and Vestal and anyway. But my daddy was a country music fan. He liked Merle Haggard and George Jones. Now, I come by that honestly. But you see, the problem with all of their adoration for all of the people that they looked up to is when those groups would come out with a new record and send it out west to California where they were from. The Hinsons would get a hold of their brand new albums, learn all their new stuff, because the Hinsons were brand new. Nobody knew who they were, and they were just this up-and-coming Pentecostal group and out of the Pentecostal Church of God. They're radical, and they get up and just cut loose and have church. And they had a lot of energy, and so people loved them, and they just caught on like wildfire. So all the promoters wanted to have them as an opening act. And they would learn, when the Goodmans come to town, they learn all the Goodmans' new material, and they'd open up for the Goodmans and sing all the Goodmans' new material for the Goodmans got up there. Same thing with like the Rambos and Oak Ridge Boys and all of it. And so all the promoters come and they were telling guys, you really need to.
They were just kids, though.
They were kids.
They were little. They were 13, 14.
Daddy was 13 when they formed the group, and when they actually formed officially, he was 14. Larry was 11. Believe that. And professional circuit of gospel music at 11, 14, I think 16, and 19 or 20. They were kids. They were paying homage to their favorite groups. And so the promoter said, look guys, you really, really need to come up with something original. Because I really want to use you guys, but the Goodmans are telling me that if you guys keep doing that, they're not going to do a concert with y'all anymore. And so the Hinsons got their act they're trying to get it together, because you got to have something original. You got to be different. So they were working on doing hymns a little different, kind of in their own style. And nothing was really gelling. They couldn't, really get it going. And so they were in a church that's now First Assembly of God in Salinas, California. And it's a kind of a bigger building, big cinder block building, and they were in the sanctuary working on stuff. And Ronnie, after a long time practicing, goes, hey, I think I'm going to go and write a song for us. And so he goes to the basement and finds the men's room in the basement of the church and goes and finds I guess it would be his favorite stall. And on a sheet of toilet paper, in about 7 minutes, writes the words to this song. Then comes back upstairs and says, hey guys, I've got us a song, let's try it. And he sings it to them. And there's some people that say it was Yvonne, some say it was Larry. And one person told me it was Dad. But one of the brothers or sisters came up and wadded up through the trash. Said, that'll never go nowhere, let's go back to hymns. And that's still nothing would gel after a while. And my dad, he was really an up-and-coming guitar player, and he was kind of styling after Chet Atkins. That's a good one to style after. And he had this little tiny amp, that's smaller than this speaker here, and he was working on some licks, and he said, Ronnie, dig that back out the trash, and I might have something that we could do to it. Let's work it out, see if we can't try it. So he did. They tried it again. And they got so good at it, they sang it. And I'll be if the tables didn't turn and the Happy Goodmans recorded the Hinson song and put it out on the radio first. And the Hinsons recorded it too, and they put it out next, and both times it became the #1 song in gospel music. Now it is one of the most recorded songs in gospel music. And everybody always asks, now what was the difference? What did your dad change? And well, even Ronnie will tell you today that, so well, the first time I sang, second time Kenny sang the song, and I saw the change it really needed. And so without further ado, we want to do this song, the most known song from the Hinson family, called The Lighthouse. There's a lighthouse on a hillside, and it overlooks life's sea. When I'm tossed, you know it sends out a light that I might see, and the light that shines in darkness now will safely lead me on. I know if it wasn't for the lighthouse, well, my ship would sail no more. Now everybody that lives around us, all around us, well, they all say, just tear that lighthouse down. And they say, we all know the big ships, they don't sail by this way anymore, and just ain't no use in that old thing standing round. But then my mind, it goes way on back to that old stormy night, when just in time I saw the light. Thank God it was a light from that old lighthouse. You know, the world will tell you that it's not there no more, but I'm going to tell you, it still stands on the hill. God, for the lighthouse, I owe my life to it. Lord Jesus is the lighthouse, and from the rocks of sin has shown his light around me, that I could clearly see. If it wasn't for the lighthouse, where would this ship be? Oh, and I thank God for the lighthouse. How many are thankful tonight? I owe my whole life to Him. Jesus is the lighthouse, and from the rocks of sin has shown His light around me, that I could clearly see. If it wasn't for the lighthouse, where would this ship be? Would you stand and sing that with us one more time, that chorus right there? I thank God for the How many are really genuinely thankful for that light? I owe my life to Him, Lord Jesus. You know, you're singing that song of the redeemed. can't even sing